Alright, so I'm going to be doing a comb over with the high fade. And the first thing you're going to want to do is just wet the hair and comb it over in the way that it naturally goes. I'm only going to trim a little bit off the top, and there's not much to it, just part sections and cut straight across. As you can see, I'm just trimming a little off, and work your way from back to the front, and that's the way that I do it. I work from the back to the front, and I just use the hair that I cut as the guideline for the next section, if that makes sense. I grab a little piece from what I just cut with a section from the new hair, from the longer hair, and I cut it straight across so that it's all the same length across the whole top of the head. So I'm cutting from left to right, and now I'm going to cut from front to back just to do a little cross check to make sure it's all even. Just grab the edges right here, the tips, cut off the tips just to make sure that it has a nice shape on the side of his head. Now I'm going to start the fade with the Oster fast feeds with no guard, with the lever closed, and just set the first guideline right above his ear. Now with the lever open, I'm going to go up about an inch and put in my next guideline. Now I'm going to be fading going down, so with the lever halfway closed, I'm going to be blending up right up into where I just went with the lever open. Then I'm going to close the lever all the way and blend out the bottom line. So just closing the lever, working your way down, blending out that bottom line. Now I got the number 1 guard on with the lever open, and I'm just going to go all the way to the top of the head and just run the clipper straight up, right up the side of his head. This is going to create a natural blend into the long hair on top. When you finish the haircut, you want it to have a nice shape. You don't want it to look all digging into the side of his head and then the hair comes out the side. You want to have a nice shape all the way around. So that's why you just go straight off the top. Don't follow the shape of his head, because then he'll have a lopsided haircut. Now with the 0 guard, with the lever halfway closed, I'm going to blend away that middle line. Just to go back and make sure that it's extra clean, we're going to take the guard off with the lever open and hit that line one more time. Now moving on to the other side with the 0 guard on, we're going to blend out that middle line. starting off with the lever open right here, and work your way down as you close the lever. Now take the guard off, open up the lever, and hit that bottom line one more time, and just make sure it's nice and clean and blended out. I'm just going to go back and touch it up a little bit, but you can see right there the blend's looking pretty nice. And I'm still not even done. So with the number 2 guard on, with the lever all the way closed, just going to blend straight up into the long hair on top. Now the scissor over comb, this is a technique that I learned from watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I went to this seminar from the Bless Tour with Papito Bless Hands and Omi the Barber, and they showed some blending techniques with the scissor over comb, and it really works. It really works. You should definitely try it out. If you're not doing scissor over comb, just practice it every chance you get, and I guarantee you your blends are gonna come out way cleaner. It really makes a huge difference. So we're gonna put the hard part in on the side, and you just want to make sure you keep the line straight. I clipped it over to make sure that it stays over, because his hair is really fine, and it just kind of falls over nice and soft. So I wanted to make sure it was parted evenly so I could get a nice clean line in there. You can see right here, I just turned the trimmers upside down and hitting that line, making sure it's nice and straight. And you also don't want to do this line too thick. You want to make it look like a natural part when the hair is styled and combed over. I mean, it's going to look a little cosmetic, but you're going to want it to look as natural as possible. So I'm going to use a little bit of Tomb 45 shave gel to apply the straight razor. Just be very careful when using a straight razor. It's very sharp and you can very easily cut somebody. You can see I'm using my thumb to pull up on the scalp to stretch the skin. You always want to stretch the skin when you're using the razor. And I don't go against the grain when I'm using a straight razor on the hard part. You don't have to. It's gonna look clean anyways. Especially when the hair is very fine, like the blonde. You can see how soft blonde his hair is. There's no need to go against the grain. Now I'm just gonna clean up the bottom of the haircut with the trimmers, making sure I didn't miss any hair behind his ears. You can see the blend in the back. It just looks nice. Blends up to the long hair on top. No lines. Why does he look mad? Or is he just thinking? He's contemplating what he's going to do after he gets his haircut. There you have it. A nice clean cut comb over with a hard part. Looks very handsome on him. There's the smile. Make sure you subscribe. I got a few more videos coming really soon. And follow me on Instagram at Bubs559. See you next time.